Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we're reviewing The Mauritanian from Amazon Prime. This tells the true story of essentially someone that is believed to be a serious war criminal, but there's a lot of ifs, buts and maybes. Is he actually the head of this war criminal terrorist firm that were seriously involved with Al-Qaeda and like bombing America, all these horrible things that genuinely happened? Or is he just the fall guy? Is he just a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend who, you know, is wrong place, wrong time and taking the brunt for worse of people's actions? Now it stars Jodie Foster as the main character alongside as this sort of attorney, if you will, who's investigating the case and seeing if is he innocent, is he not innocent? And that is ultimately the point and purpose of the movie. The setup is interesting, certainly. I was invested in trying to find out whether or not he was or if he wasn't, but the movie doesn't really play up to that factor. I really think they could have amped it up in the back and forth of your own uncertainty. After a point, I was pretty set on my answer. I think he is guilty / not guilty. I won't spoil it for those who want to go in blind. I was set on my own opinion and it never changed. As soon as I'd made that point, once the few sort of, well, what about this and what about that turned up, we'd established that and we'd got about half an hour in and I was pretty certain it's this. And it was, which is disappointing because I think that is a huge part of the movie that could have been massively played up to really add some tension and make it feel like there's something at stake here, because it doesn't feel like there is a lot at stake here. It really doesn't. You get the idea that this guy's in a really nasty prison and being tortured and having not a good time, basically. But it just doesn't really hit home. I don't know really how. It does in a particular scene, but it does because it shows it to you. Like, it shows you what he went through. So, of course, it's going to hit you. But when you go back to the scenes where he's just sitting and talking with Jodie Foster and stuff like that, you almost forget that stuff happened to him. He doesn't necessarily seem that traumatized by the stuff that's happening to him. I'm not saying he's a bad actor. It just made his character not feel quite so real. He felt like someone you would see out of a movie. I mean, I know this is a movie, but he didn't feel legit. I feel like the person he was at the start of the movie to the person we meet in the prison cell, same bloke. After all that horrid abuse, he is the same guy. I just struggle to believe that would happen to people. I think people are broken easily. Even more so when you're tortured to a horrible extent like this man was. I don't know. They also choose a lot of scenes, and I mean a lot of scenes, of Jodie Foster and her assistant just reading. You will just have scenes of intense music while she is... Oh my god. Oh my god. And it's like, that doesn't deliver anything. That's not... If I wanted that for entertainment, I would have just bought the paper. Like, I'm here, I'm tuned in, I want to see this movie, I want to be told a story. I don't want to sit and watch Jodie Foster sat in a fucking library. I don't really see why the director didn't make a valiant effort to really try and amp this up a bit, try and get this thing off the ground, because there's a good story here. It's told at a snail's pace and with what seems to be a total lack of interest from the director or the scriptwriter, whoever it is, but too long, unnecessary scenes, struggles to make its point really hit home. I'm struggling to find good things to say about it, really, which is a shame. I feel like I enjoyed it. I didn't walk away saying, well, that was a waste of time, but I also am not going to remember this anytime soon. It's just going to sort of go, I mean, it's been a day and it's already like, wait, what was his name? I've already forgotten. Because it just doesn't grab the audience. It just doesn't. Like, it plays out more like a documentary than a movie without the documentarian style to it, which just leaves you a little bit lost with what this actually is or what the point of it is. It is filmed well, it is acted well. Although my complaints earlier, I would say it's written well in places. A lot of the dialogue is actually quite quick, quite snappy, relatable, understandable, like Jodie Foster, without actually spending that much time with her personal life. You don't really get to see her personal life at all, but you do get an idea of it. And it's through the dialogue, and it's well done in that regard. But yeah, I just don't think this film's that exciting, to be honest with you. It's fine, but I can imagine a lot of people just being put to sleep by this. I'm going to give The Mauritanian a 6 out of 10. Just slow, and almost too methodical. It could have avoided these issues with just small changes. The music could have been a little bit more livelier. Can we cut some of the boring stuff, like just people sitting around reading? Do we really need a full 5 minutes of that? Could we not just imply that they read some paperwork and just move on with our day? I think there's a lot of problems here, but it isn't garbage. It's not terrible, can't watch it. I think there is an audience for it somewhere, but it will turn a lot of people off. I can't deny that. I was one of them that was slowly and gradually turned off as the film kept going. Thanks for watching this review. If you could leave a like, comment, and subscribe, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.